Hi, I have with me the Brabeck twins, both experts in music, publishing, and licensing, authors of the book Music, Money, and Success. Jeff Brabeck, here on my right, and Todd Brabeck on my left.
We think. Stage right or your left.
Right. Jeff being with BMG Chrysalis, Executive Vice President.
Vice President Business Affairs.
Vice President Business Affairs. And Todd, consultant in...
just a consultant in the music area and also formerly Executive Vice President of ASCAP, Performing Rights Society.
And I know both of you have been coming to CMW for a number of years. And
almost from inception.
You too, huh?
Well, we're all together.
Myself, 29 years. What do you see as the patterns that of evolution and change over the last few years? Is there anything in particular that you see happening here this year that's different from last year in terms of the panels, the conferences?
Well, I think the main focus and the real change is the additional sources of income that people are considering right now to not only survive in this business, but to make income. You know, years ago when the three of us first started coming here, you had some major sources, record sales, TV synchronization, motion picture synchronization, print and things like that. Performances, obviously, from ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, SOCAN. These days, it's all changed. Now, if you're a writer-artist or just a pure writer, you're looking for all sorts of sources of income because some of the original sources and the traditional sources have gone down, but others have come in, and you've got to make sure and find a way that to replace these sources that have diminished, so at least your royalty checks in the aggregate will be the same or more than they used to be. That's the one difference. It's searching out new sources of income, new distribution platforms, and really learning how they work and finding out how to monetize them.
I agree. You know, it's the online world has changed an awful lot of things. One has to keep in mind, though, there's still a lot of money and success in the traditional worlds of music, film, television. You can still do okay on downloads for records, advertising, commercials, but the new sources really brought on by the online digital world, the internet, whatever you want to call it. Apps, music in apps is a big one. Toys, interactive dolls and toys using music. Greeting cards, now you've added the musical greeting cards that have e-cards, actually electronic cards, there's no physical product. So you have to be aware of all these new sources of income that are means of distribution and products that are using music, and they're increasing daily. Every time you pick up a newspaper, there's a new company with some kind of new device using music within it. So you have to know how to license it, how the deals are structured, and most importantly, how to collect it.
It's hard to believe that just a few years ago there was no such thing as video games or cell phones.
Over the years, there's been a mixture of people who have been in the business for a long time to come to CMW, and there's always a large population of newbies or wannabes. What are the questions that come up most often from the singer, songwriter, musicians that are wannabes or start-outs?
Yeah, I mean, the most obvious one is how to get discovered these days, and you know, there's less signing by the big record companies. There's less signing of artists and writers by the big publishing companies. So much of it's independent these days, and it's do it yourself. You've got to be prepared to do a lot of the stuff that years ago you expected others to do. These days, to even get noticed, you've got to know it and do it yourself. There are a lot of people you got to surround yourself with, you know, to help you, but it's really a do-it-yourself world.
And do-it-yourself does mean you've got to have partnerships. You can do it yourself up to a point, but who are going to be my partners? How will I compensate those people? What can they do for me in reality? And how I can distinguish myself from others, and that's the primary thing right now.
Well, I know that we could go on for hours because you two guys are really so knowledgeable about just about every aspect of the music business.
Another knowledgeable one.
But I thank you so much for stopping by here at the booth, and I can only recommend most highly your book. I mean, if people really want to learn more about the business of how to make money and succeed in the business, it's the Jeff Brabeck book, Music, Money, and Success.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Everybody the best of luck. Cheers.
Thanks.